Welcome back, dear students. Past seeing through in the previous video the basics of how we can get this script or this code by implementing across and adding through idly our website in analytics. We are now going to see through the method that how we can actually embed, integrate or paste across this code in our website, or for our practice purpose we are seeing it across in our blog itself out here. So to do through the mechanism of pasting this code, the steps that we need to follow in Blogger is that we'll be having this home page of Blogger where we sign in, within which we can see the different blocks we have created. And out here to go ahead and paste or implement the code on all the different set of pages of your blog. The step you do is that beside view blog, you click across on the drop down. Within that drop down at the very bottom there is a link named as template, the second last link. You go ahead and open the same. Past opening across that particular link, you'll be able to see through a particular element which says about edit HTML. So as I briefed across previously, HTML is the language in which a website is built. Like we are communicating currently across in English, through which we can understand what we are talking. Similarly, when there is a case of a blog or a website, like here on this particular blog page, there's this dark orange color in which the heading is built. There is the huge font of the heading which you can see through. There is the smaller font which is there in orange text, and similarly there are different shades of colors which are there on this page. Or to give you one more example, if I am trying to log across onto analytics on its domain google.com/analytics, there is the particular arena out there in analytics where you are seeing a particular image which is there out here on the right hand side. There is some text in a bigger font, there is some text in a smaller font. So this particular mechanism which is there of a website, which tells the website that what should be placed wherein, in what size, what should be the color text of the same, this complete mechanism is built in a language known as HTML, that is hypertext markup language. And anytime if you want to check actually the code of a web page, you can do it in two methods. One would be just right click across on that page and go across on the link named as view page source. If you go ahead and check that, you will be able to find the complete code which is bringing this site in front of you in the color, text and format you are viewing. Or secondly, you can even use through Control U or Command U, and with the help of that you can check through the source of that page. Now our aim is that now here at the moment, by pressing this button or by pressing on view source, we just have access to viewing the code or just seeing the part of HTML. Our aim when there is a scenario of a live website is to go ahead and actually implement the code on that site. Thus to do that, we need the help of Blogger, wherein we landed out here with the help of this step of clicking on the template link and then going ahead and clicking on the edit HTML part. Just to show you the steps once again, you actually would be at the very start landing on your home page. Within that you will click the drop down, go ahead across onto template, and then within the same you will go ahead into this tab of edit HTML, and then you will be able to actually not just view the HTML code of your blog, but also have the right to add something or remove something from it, because you are now having the backend access to the same. So our aim out here is to go ahead and find something known as the ending head tag, which I had shown in the presentation previously. So you need to go ahead and click on Control F or Command F, with the help of which you can find certain data in the page itself. Make sure you have clicked inside and then you have pressed across Command F or Control F, and then you can go ahead and search for the same. So I'll search it in this manner, the open bracket / head and then a close bracket, and click through enter. And as soon as I do that, you will find that there is this ending head tag which is available out here. Now our aim is to go ahead and paste this script which is there on Google Analytics provided to us by them out here before the ending head tag, because there is where even they would probably suggest us to copy paste this code. So we'll go ahead and do through the mechanism of copying it, and then just before the ending head tag pasting across the same. So I'll go ahead and paste the same, and once we are done with that, we'll go ahead and click on save template. It will take a moment to save through, and once that is done, we have implemented the change of embedding the code in our blog itself. So with that being done, and once we have implemented that part, we can now go and check our blog again, and I'll press across Ctrl U. Now this is the same activity you will also do if you have passed across the code to your developer to cross check whether your developer has implemented it correctly or not. You will similarly open your website, view the source of your website, and then here you are having something as a unique tracking ID. This is always going to be different for each and every one tracking a different website or a mobile app. So you will be going ahead and checking that this ID, that particular number, is something which you can check or see in your blog or not. So to do it, the simple activity one can do is just copy through the ID, go ahead in the source of your blog, find across by again clicking Ctrl F or Command F. So that stuff is there at the bottom. Let me just show you by minimizing the screen. Yes, you're now able to see through the same, and let me close it and show it once again. You press across Ctrl F, it opens the finding box. You go ahead and paste the ID which is provided, and here you can see the same. So if you find this to be missing in your code, means the developer has yet not implemented it. If it's available, bingo, you have done the activity of implementing the code correctly. So this is the complete method. Now this is a practice method which I have shown you in regards with a blog. You can practice it yourself on a blog itself by creating it, and if you are enthusiastic in writing something about blogging, go ahead and do that. Practice this so as you get some hands-on experience with it. The same steps are to be done even if it's a website, and we'll be checking this out actually, that how it's implemented even for a website in our coming tutorial, where I'll be showing you practically how it can be done for a WordPress site. But before going ahead with that, I'll also like to show you one alternate method, one second easier method which you could be using across in Blogger to even implement this stuff. So the method that we can use apart from this is that in our blog, when we go ahead and open across the blog page, so the step to do is that from your home page on blogger.com/home, you click across on that particular blog which you have created. You will be landing across on the home page of that particular blog, because the previous page is listing all your blogs together. Out here at the very bottom, you have this tag named as settings. You can go ahead and click on the same. Within that, out there is a particular mechanism out here at the very bottom known as other. So within settings, you will go ahead and click on other, and within the same, at the very bottom of it, you have something known as Google Analytics Web Property ID. So the method which I showed you previously is the standard method of actually editing or putting across the code in the web page. But if you want to work it out with a simpler method, you can land out here and just this same ID which we had done for copy pasting out through, we can go ahead and copy the same and paste it across here and go through and save the settings by this particular tab at the top. And once we see a success message that it's successfully done, it's again bingo. This is the second alternative method by which very quickly and easily you can do through the process of pasting the code through the settings tab of your blog itself. So those are two methods which you can use. Go ahead and practice the same and make sure that you have done it correctly. If you have any issues or if you're not able to get through the same, we have a live community and our Q&A session happenings out there. So post it across out there and I'll make sure that we all interact and I answer the same or someone from the community answers the same. So work this out through and let's check the second method of doing it via WordPress in our next video. Thank you.